What's up, everybody? Psych Out back here with another Castle Crush video from the Specter tournament. We have another Master Tournament win, and I'll show the deck here in a second, but first let's open up our chest. I'm not even sure what I'm rooting for. Maybe some Druids? I don't know. Okay, so far nothing I'm too excited about. Boy, I'm getting a lot of Skull Kings this tournament. Still haven't actually upgraded it. Another Phoenix. Okay, wow, the Phoenix has taken the lead in terms of cards for me. Getting close to, getting close to a maxed Phoenix. 6 out of 20. Alright, more cards I don't use. Okay, so that was a Master Tournament win. Let's see, we'll take a look at the deck. Let's see where we're at in terms of the standings. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Where are we? Okay, I'm in 11th place. So, have to pick up at least another... what's been Mr. Goods been playing? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. That's funny. That's a deck that I've been just crushing. It's weird that that deck has done so well, because whenever I play that deck, I usually beat it. Anyway, yeah, so we need to get at least one more Grand Tournament win to get into the top 10, but we're pretty close right now. Okay, so let's take a look at the games. Now, unfortunately, I accidentally clicked on this arena, this thing over here, and played a battle. I didn't actually play it. I just exited, hoping that the replay wouldn't save, but unfortunately, the replay did save. So I only have 9 of the 10 games, starting with round 2 against Olan from World United. A good player. We know each other. And you'll see he was playing a rush deck here. I actually didn't know what deck he was playing. I don't know if he normally plays these or what, actually, in regular games. We don't play each other too often. I feel like he plays other AP members more often than he plays me, but... anyway, yeah, so yeah, against a rush deck, you really have to survive the early attack. Here, we're in pretty good shape because I know he's going to play the Vampire, and I was a little slow. I should have been a little faster with the wind, but it's okay because I have the Angel there. I used my Vampire against his Hollow Knight. His Vampire is going to die. Now I'm kind of not sure what to do. Maybe I should have played the Black Witch, although usually against a rush deck, you want to save your Black Witch. And so, yeah, okay, here, I think this makes sense to go like this. I've got to get another Angel there. I'm just trying to slow everything down. This Jester's still doing a lot of damage. And this is what you're saving the Black Witch for. When you play rush decks, that's what they try to do, is get you with that catapult there at the end. And yeah, probably could have tried to play on here. We're using the meteor to slow some things down, but it would have been pretty tough to win. I mean, yeah. So anyway, so that was round 2. Rush decks are always tricky to play against. Round 3 against this player, who you'll see we play more than once. I don't know if it's 2 times or 3 times in this run. I don't think he plays the same deck every time, but I'm not sure. But most of the games ended up pretty much the same way. I think this one was kind of a massacre. Yeah. If I were him there, I probably would have went for the Inferno, but now that my now that my Phoenix is in that lane, Infernoing it, as you'll see here, doesn't really end up with the best result because Yeah, now I'm just going to get a big Phoenix out of it. And here I figure my Hollow Knight is going to die, and so I throw the vampire down knowing he's going to try to kill the Hollow Knight, and in fact he does with the spike statue, and my vampire arrives just in time to stay in front of the Phoenix. And he plays the Valkyrie in the bottom lane, and was ready with a Black Witch, but we didn't really need it. So yeah, it was round 3. Yeah, and this deck, by the way, the deck idea I got from Lord, an AP member. I'll show you him in a second. So this is round 4. I think I played this player twice as well. If we don't see 2 of them, that means the first game that is no longer saved in my history was against him. I'm pretty sure I played this person twice, though. So the start here is all fine. Would like to kill that angel if I can. He doesn't have anything to back it up with. Now he does. And unfortunately, for me, that didn't work out very well because I played my shock trying to kill the angel, but he threw down the Phoenix just in time. Here he should probably just Black Witch because that, yeah, it's not going to survive. Yeah, this works out pretty well for him. I think here I decide, you can see I'm about to play my vampire, and I decide just to go ahead and let that die. Oh, that was a real mistake. He was really, now he's, okay. Oh yeah, I think this game ends up being kind of a crazy game in some respects. Or maybe it was a different one against him, but yeah, there was some, it was kind of a comeback here. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, there's kind of a comeback he makes in this game. And, yeah. Thankfully, I think the dragon saves it for us. Because look at the stack he's got going, and now I can't even break through. I've just made everything worse. But then the dragon is going to end up saving the day for us. Yeah, so his deck, just like out of nowhere, became extremely strong. I think here I push back just in time to save the dragon, which is what I wanted. I mean, wow. Look how powered up those troops are. Whoom, just torches my... Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now... And I played this up there. I'm trying to draw a Black Witch is what I was going for in that middle lane, but I'll just have to go for this route instead. My opponent does get the Black Witch and kills everything in the bottom lane, but in the meantime, we've got a dragon in the top lane. And it's still not over. Oh. But it's close to over. And now it's over. Okay, so yeah, my opponent really fought hard there to make that game close. Let's see, we can open another chest here. Let's just go ahead and open that while we're at it. Not very exciting silver chest. So yeah, so that must have been the second game I played. So I must have played that opponent for the first game. I won that one much easier. The second game was a lot closer. So round 2, 3, round 4, round 5 against this player from I Love Taiwan. I've played him many times. You can see he's playing basically the same deck as me. The difference is I am using the Shaman, he's using the Dark Angel. And that kind of ends up being the difference in the game, as you'll see here. So pretty standard start for me. I like to put the Angel out. I don't really know if there's an argument to be made for playing the Jester first versus the Angel first. And then I play the Jester there. In this case, my Angel will take a hit from that Phoenix, but just one. And they always have the wind ready when they play the Angel or the Phoenix out there like that. You know, they're basically telling you they want it to die. So the plan here is pretty straightforward. I'm going to hope he plays lots and lots of stuff in that middle lane, and then I'm going to play the Black Witch and kill it all. Unfortunately, he stopped that plan. So, yeah, we're going to have to come up with something else. Here I go for the Inferno because I want to get rid of the Angel. That was really what it came down to. And, yep, there we go. So, yeah. Okay, so we got out of that mess, sort of. It's still kind of a mess. And now this time I'm ready with the shock, and that makes all the difference. Because now we've got the only things left on the board. And there I've got 2 Shaman out. Now remember, my opponent doesn't have a Shaman. It's too slow. Too slow with the freeze. It's unfortunate. And here comes this Dark Angel, starting to do serious damage. And he gets another Dark Angel. And he's got an Angel behind it, so it's looking pretty good for him. I decided to push it back because I just don't want that Dark Angel getting any stronger. Alright. Yeah, and that was good timing for the dragon for me because I thought he might be playing a freeze, and now I can play my freeze. And my stacks are a little bit stronger than his. He sort of misplayed that with the dragon there. My Inferno makes a big difference. And now we've got 2 dragons with angels behind them. Only thing I'm worried about is a Black Witch. He's going for the top lane. So we are going to try to sack everything up there. That's what we do. Bam. Following the Black Witch with the Jester against the skeleton is always a good move. Okay, push us back. Freeze. Yeah. So I would say that's a pretty standard game with this deck, or the way to play this deck. By the way, the deck inspiration came from, where are we at? Where's the standings? From this guy here, from Lord. You'll see he's playing the same deck, and so that's where I got the idea for this deck from. I've played decks similar to it before, but not quite this exact combination, and this one worked out pretty well for me here. So let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, round 6. I didn't know this opponent. Don't think this is probably not a very highly rated opponent. It's kind of a strange mixed deck here. Of course, you see the stone statue and you think, maybe a Reaper deck, but who knows. So I'll go ahead, and this time I'm going to play the Jester just to get that statue back. And my plan is to back that up with the Angel. Pretty standard combination for us here. And now I'm going to also throw a Hollow Knight out there because that pirate will do some damage. Yeah, it will kill I'm pretty sure it would kill my Jester if I let it. So the Hollow Knight will slow down. And here in the bottom, even though I know my Jester won't kill that Druid, the idea there was just to slow it down. And I'm going to let my Phoenix die here. Good move to kill my Angel in that lane. Another good move there, I think, by my opponent. I do get the Angel, but unfortunately, my opponent is able to get out the Reaper there, and he misses with a lightning bolt. Not sure what he was going for with that lightning bolt, and not sure what he was going for with these skeletons, because they just die instantly. And now you'll see that the death is pretty swift here. There's really not a lot he can do. That doesn't even kill anything because of the Shaman's double there. And then bam, suddenly it's all over. 10, 9, 8, 7. That was round 6. So round 7, we got this player again. And I don't know if the deck is the same this time or it's a little different. But it's the only person I've really seen trying to play with this Orc's Horde deck. I did play against somebody who played it earlier in the tournament, and they got it's like Crystal, Mana Ritual, Orc's Horde, like first play. That was pretty intimidating to deal with. So that play is probably pretty good. I'm not sure if my shock would have actually killed that egg or not. So yeah, so my opponent's done well to protect the egg there. Yeah, I mean, this isn't really a good setup for me. I'm going to go ahead and play the Inferno because I need to kill that Angel. And that's one thing about this deck, is that it does have the Inferno, which is useful for killing. Here, we're going to double up on the Angels just to try to make sure everything stays alive. And you'll see that this is working pretty well here. Yeah, this Shaman just isn't going to be able to do enough damage fast enough. So that's the problem with playing that there, and everything's just going to get healed back up. There, he did finally get an Inferno, but in the meantime, the damage is just getting to be too much from all three lanes. It ends up being sort of a massacre. So that was round 7. Round 8, another player I did not recognize. Pretty standard draw here for me. Of course, you never really like to see the dragon on the opening draw, but oh well. I'll take it. I've got an Angel, which I actually really am fond of playing first with this deck. And now a Jester. I'm kind of waiting to see what my opponent's going to do, and the answer is do nothing for now. He's got a really heavy deck. So that probably should have went for the shock here. It's probably not the right play to go the way I did. And then Inferno, that was really lucky because he played the skeletons right at that time. So I don't know what I was thinking there. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. Here comes a giant mud. I want the giant mud to kill my Phoenix so I can save it. I'm assuming my opponent just doesn't have a good way to deal with this big Phoenix. Okay, so here we have to get the Angel behind the Hollow Knight so that the skeletons don't kill it. We're also setting up our stack with our Vampire, and now we definitely have to freeze because he's got a Specter out there, which will be decimated very quickly. And look at that Phoenix in the middle lane. And at this point, there's just really nothing my opponent can do. Back's against the wall. Nothing he can play will really help. Yeah, and that's it. So that was 8. Round 9 against Chef. This is the only, I think this is only the only standard bearer deck that I faced this round. Is that right? Wow, it's kind of amazing. There's lots of these kind of standard bearer decks in the tournament right now, and this is the only one that I faced. And you'll see, I mean, it does a lot of damage quickly. And Chef's a good opponent. I feel like it's a high trophy person I've played before. So he starts with the Jester. I start with the Angel. My plan is to play the Hollow Knight right with the Angel. And there it is, which will keep the skeletons away, which is good. And my plan is I do have 2 Jesters in this deck, so I'm not worried about these 2 lanes, although it kind of stinks that he did play it that quickly. And then he threw down the protection. So I'm just going to go for my own attack in the middle lane. And I'm pushing it back. And I'm really just hoping to get a freeze or a Jester. I get the Jester. I'm going to hit him once with the Jester, throw down the Inferno, hit him twice with the Jester, and yeah, did enough damage in the middle lane with the Vampire Hollow Knight combo to get the win in time. So yeah, I mean, that was kind of a crazy game. And then round 10 against the same player from Japan Crush 2. This is the same deck you played the second time. It's not the deck you played the first game. The first game deck had Valkyrie in it. Yeah. So there's one with Valkyrie. So it is a different deck, but it's the same one he played the second time we played. And so, yeah, this time don't have the angel in my hand to start, which is always, you know, I like to have an angel to start with. But here we'll have to play it a little differently. My opponent's not playing a card, has decided to hold on to his angel here. Not 100% sure what the plan is on that. He's really having a hard time deciding what to do, it seems like. Now decides to go for the vampire. And we'll just push back, no big deal. And I think he's going to back that up with the angel, but we're coming with an Inferno right away. We're not even going to give him a chance there. Okay, now I'm still wondering, am I ever going to get one of my angels? Because it hasn't happened yet. In the meantime, he's doing some damage to me, and I'm going to play my vampire here because, yep, I want to grab that Hollow Knight back. He pushes back. Unfortunately, that stinks for me because my angel's kind of out front there. He should really play the Inferno, and he still hasn't, and he decided to freeze. Maybe he's saving the Inferno for that lane. Yeah, that was probably a mistake because I had a much stronger stack in the bottom lane. He should have went for that bottom, trying to kill that bottom lane, because now everything is just way too strong, and we're just going to power through all the stuff. 3 angels, everything backed up by an angel. I think he eventually does get a dragon out here, or I get a dragon out. I don't know. They might have been able to win, although he did freeze that top lane, so I don't know. But either way, I mean, there's really not a lot he can do. Does he get the dragon out in time? No, he does not quite get it out in time before that vampire gets him in the top lane. Either way, we were probably going to get the win there fairly easily at that point. So, yeah, so that's that Master Tournament. It's an interesting deck to play. I think, you know, we've seen tons and tons of angels in this tournament. I think we have to realize that, you know, the developers gave Angel a buff by moving her her range back, so she's out of arrow range, and by just basically making her a more viable option. Because before, when arrows were killing her and everybody was playing skeleton decks, everybody was running arrows, so there was no point in playing an Angel because they were just going to kill it with arrows. But now, lots more people are running Angel. And then on top of that, when the developers gave a nerf to Inferno, making Inferno 6 mana now instead of 5, that made Angel even more viable because it became harder and harder to play Inferno, because Inferno doesn't do as much on Reaper decks, so you see a lot more shock. Shock is pretty good. It can kill the angel, but only if the angel is not right next to a Hollow Knight or a Jester or something else. And so you'll see lots of people playing the angels right next to those kinds of things because it makes it harder to kill it. So that's what's going on right now. And then the sort of the big picture thing here is that I don't know, the developers' changes have really made angel decks very popular. Especially in the tournament. Even Reaper decks run Angel now. These standard bearer decks that Sir Robin kind of plays also run Angel. So anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I think that the Angel's probably too strong. I don't understand why they made Inferno cost 5 mana. They argued that people should be using Shock instead of Inferno more often, and I guess that's the case, but unfortunately, what it means is that angels are now very tough to stop and very popular choice in most decks now. I think if we go look at the championship standings, so Romain, his latest deck runs an angel. He's played other decks. Lord, obviously, we saw his deck, 2 angels. Vichu, his deck, 2 angels. Robello's deck, 1 angel. Lady Neri's deck, 1 angel. The guy, he was not playing this deck in the tournament. He was playing something else in the tournament. So this is not his tournament deck, so we can't even count that. We saw Mr. Good's deck earlier. It's got an angel. I don't know what to note. Yeah, he was playing a deck, the same deck as me. Yep, the same deck as me. Let's see, Brenton, double angel. And Renetto, double angel. I mean, it's just angels, angels, angels. Sir Robin, we know his deck has 2 angels. Pinky, here's a rush deck, so there's finally a deck without angel in it. It's just angels everywhere. Yeah, I mean, everybody's deck using angels now because it's just too strong right now. Okay, that's it for this video. Hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.